Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. Today's video, we are going to be talking about masterpiece perfumes according to you. So I already did a video where I told you guys my perfumes in my collection that I thought were masterpieces. And I was really curious after I did that video. I wanted to know, what do you think? What would you classify as a masterpiece? So I did a poll on my Instagram and my community tab on YouTube, and also asked you guys to leave comments in the video of my masterpiece perfumes. I will link that video in the description box so that you can watch that if you're curious to know my picks on masterpiece perfumes and what I consider to be a masterpiece. Like, what are the qualifications? But I wanted to know from you guys, what did you think? So I asked and I tallied up the votes, and here's what I got. So I have top 10 perfumes that you guys consider a masterpiece, and I ranked them according to how many votes I got. One was a clear win. So we're going to rank from number 10 all the way to number 1. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. Thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. I really appreciate you being here. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for all your continued support. I truly appreciate you. Without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, in the number 10 spot, you guys voted for Unknown Pleasures by the House of Kerosene. This one got a lot of votes. And this one is just absolutely delicious. I agree with you guys. I think this is absolutely a masterpiece for sure. This is a gourmand that just beats all other gourmands. If you're into lemon, citrusy gourmands, this is it. This is it. This is the goat. This is the goat for a lemon gourmand. It is delicious. It is perfection. And I really think that it's because of the Earl Grey tea note in here that they kept it from being too over the top sickly sweet. Without that Earl Grey tea note in here, I don't think this would be a masterpiece. But this is lemon, and the best part is that the lemon stays through the entire wear of the fragrance. There's lots of caramel in here. There's lots of vanilla. There's Earl Grey tea. It's so good. It's so delicious. And the best part is that it actually lasts. This is a beast mode perfume. This will take you through your entire day. And I just think you guys have great taste. I'm in agreement with you on this. So Unknown Pleasures is definitely a masterpiece in my opinion as well. And you guys voted for it in the number 10 spot. Okay, in the number 9 spot, you guys voted for Bakarat Rouge 540 from MFK. Now, that one I don't agree on. Actually, I do, in a way. Okay, let me explain. I see why people would call that a masterpiece because it was very innovative for its time. No one had ever done anything like it. It was new, it was unique, it was innovative, and it set the bar. It set the perfume world on fire. And you know, for a long time, Baccarat Rouge 540 was it. It was it. And lots of people love Baccarat Rouge 540. Now it's being cloned all over the place, and there's a bazillion copies of Baccarat Rouge 540, and everybody just kind of lost their minds over it. Now, personally, I don't hate Baccarat Rouge 540. I'm not a hater of the fragrance, but I don't love it. It's not my absolute favorite scent profile, but I can see why people would classify it as a masterpiece. It has really good performance. And yeah, I get it. I get it. People still talk about Baccarat Rouge 540 to this day. And at this point, I feel like it's pretty iconic and deserves a place. You know, I think it does deserve a place. So I can see why you guys would vote for that one. I don't own it. I don't plan on owning it, but that's what you guys voted for. Baccarat Rouge 540 by MFK in the number 9 spot. In the number 8 spot, you have by Initio Atomic Rose. And I have to agree with you guys on that one as well. I don't own Atomic Rose because I find it's a difficult perfume for me to wear. I love it. I think it smells absolutely amazing, and I think it is a fantastic rose scent with some spices. It's deep, it's dark, it's spicy, it's rosy, it's a little sweet but not too sweet. It's sexy, seductive, and it is atomic. The name is accurate. It's atomic. It is a beast of a perfume. It is one of the very few perfumes I find wears me, and I don't wear it. So I do find it to be difficult to wear, and therefore I don't own a bottle of it. I have gone back and forth if I'm going to get a bottle of it because I do really love the way that it smells. I've had, and I still have, multiple samples of the fragrance. Yeah, every time I see it, I'm like, ooh, should I get it? I saw it on sale not that long ago and I came this close to purchasing it, but it's just a fragrance I feel like I would never wear. It's a cold weather fragrance for me only. I know a lot of people can wear it anytime, any place, but for some reason for me it's just so strong and so specific. It's like a super classy, sophisticated, elegant, luxurious smelling fragrance to me, and I would just find it difficult to wear. You know what I mean? So anyway, I get why it's on this list. I get why you guys voted for it because it is an outstanding rose fragrance and it definitely deserves a place on here for sure. It is a masterpiece. I agree. So in the number 8 spot is Atomic Rose by Initio. All right, in the number 7 place, you guys voted for GRE Charnel by the House of BDK. I get it, but I don't at the same time. So GRE Charnel was too aromatic for me. GRE Charnel didn't work out for me, and it's so backwards for me because the original GRE Charnel is really masculine leaning on me, and I just didn't love it. I tried the X-Straight, hesitantly tried the X-Straight because so many people were saying that the X-Straight was more masculine leaning than the OG, but I didn't find that to be the experience for me. I actually want a bottle of the X-Straight. I prefer the X-Straight over the OG of GRE Charnel because there's more vanilla in that fragrance. It's very vanillic in the dry down on me, and to me that one seemed less masculine than the OG. I think I'm associating the aromatic feel of the OG with masculine, whereas the Straight is not as aromatic and it's more vanillic. So in my brain, I'm interpreting that as more unisex. And I can actually wear the X-Straight and I want a bottle of the X-Straight. But I get it. I get why people uh, voted for this one. It wasn't the X-Straight that was voted for, it was the OG. But there were a lot of votes for GRE Charnel. A lot of you guys love GRE Charnel. You're very passionate about it, and it's in the number 7 spot. All right, up next we have in the number 6 spot by Amouage, we have Sunshine Woman. I don't know that I would consider this a masterpiece. I was shocked at how many people voted for this one as a masterpiece. I mean, I really, really love this fragrance, don't get me wrong. I guess I just never thought of this one as a masterpiece, but it is absolutely fantastic. Now, this is not safe. Some people get like a cigarette vibe. There's tobacco in here. So some people get like a smoky cigarette feel from here, but I do not pick that up. I don't get cigarette vibes at all. I really get a lot of the apricot. There's not apricot, there's osmanthus, but it translates in my nose as apricots. It's very fruity smelling. There's almond, tobacco. It's just an exquisite fragrance. I guess, yeah, I can see why people would vote for this as a masterpiece. It is really a unique fragrance. I've never really smelled anything like it. I get decent performance out of it, but I've heard some people say they don't get good performance out of this, which shocks me because I've never struggled with the performance of Sunshine Woman. So for me, a masterpiece perfume, you have to have performance. It has to be there. You can't consider it a well, I don't consider a perfume a masterpiece if it has poor performance. But this one doesn't have poor performance, but like I said, some people have said that they don't get good performance out of it. But yeah, I really, really love this one. I own it, and I think this is just a beautiful scent. So that is by Amouage Sunshine Woman. All right, this one is one that I actually put down as a masterpiece as well. I definitely consider this one a masterpiece. This one blows me away, and I love this perfume. In the number 5 spot, you guys voted Tomovici Zenovia. And I'm so glad that you did because I couldn't agree more. This is just a absolute hands down masterpiece in my opinion. I was blown away when I smelled this. This is so well done. And, you know, the more I wear this fragrance, I've been taking it out and wearing it more now that it's starting to like cool off just a little bit. It's still pretty hot here in South Carolina, but we've had a couple of cooler days. I said before that I didn't get the black currant all that much, but I'm changing my mind about that. The more this sits, the stronger that black currant comes out. So I get this black currant in the opening, this fruitiness that I'm picking up on, which just makes it even better for me because I love black currant. So I'm finally picking that black currant up along with some white florals, and then there's leather and oud in here, but it is done in such a way that it is so smooth. The oud is not skanky barnyardy at all. It's very smooth, and the leather is more like suede than leather to me in here. I'm not the biggest fan of leather and oud, but it works so, so well in here. The blend of this fragrance is out of this world fantastic. This just smells so good to me. I love it. And I agree with you guys wholeheartedly. So this is by Tomovici Zenovia. All right, in the number 4 spot, you guys voted for Baby Cat by YSL. And I know a lot of you guys love this. It's a vanilla fragrance. I tried it and I hated it. This is the one fragrance on this list. Yes, the only fragrance that's on this list that I disagree with you guys on, but I think I'm in the minority. Because I think a lot of you guys truly love Baby Cat. So I struggle with the notes of elemi, and I do struggle with black pepper if it's done too much. I can do black pepper in fragrances, but it's got to be done a certain kind of way. Elemi is not a note I typically enjoy. And I was really, really excited for this fragrance because it had so much hype. I mean, this perfume pretty much broke the internet, and it was like super difficult to get. Finally got a decant of it, and I was like, what is this? What is this? Because all I got was a lot of black pepper. I got a ton of black pepper in the opening. It was just so peppery to me. The elemi was too much. It was like this fresh, spicy feel to the fragrance that I don't like. Kind of piney smell. That's how elemi smells to me. It smells like pine needles to me. And I definitely got that in the fragrance. There's some saffron in here. There's some bourbon, vanilla, suede, and cedar. Again, a lot of you guys, I mean, it is voted in the number 4 spot. So a lot of you guys are over the moon with Baby Cat. You're obviously getting something different than what I'm getting. And you really, really love it and think it's a masterpiece. I thought it was a scrubber and I couldn't wait to get it off of me. So the only one I disagree with in the number 3 spot, we have one I absolutely agree with you guys on, and this is by the House of Guerlain Angelique Noir. Yes, this is a masterpiece, hands down masterpiece in my opinion. This is so good. Every time I smell this, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Which shocks the living crap out of me because I did not think I would love this as much as I did. Actually, I got a sample of this before I bought this. And I remember the first time I sprayed it, I wasn't sure how I felt about it. This one grew on me, but boy, did it grow on me. This has a lot of Angelica in it. This has Angelica in the opening and the mid, and I am not typically a green person. I do not like green notes most of the time, but somehow in here, it just works. There's pear in here, there's Angelica, lots and lots of vanilla. It's not a cupcakey vanilla, it's a very formal, sophisticated smelling vanilla, and it just mixes perfectly with that Angelica. The way they did it in here, it smells green, but it's not bitter or sharp or harsh like I find a lot of green notes to be. No, that's not what's in here. There is nothing sharp in this fragrance to me. This is smooth. It's rounded out to perfection. It's so, so good. It is one of the best vanillas out there in the market, in my opinion, along with Spiritus Stubla Vanille. That one is also fantastic from the House of Guerlain. And this is just so fantastic. Yes. Love it. Absolutely agree. This is a masterpiece. All right, in the number 2 spot, I was not surprised to see this at all. This is Delina. Well, so there were a lot of votes for Delina and Delina exclusive. They were pretty much tied. Some people said both. Some people said one or the other. But Delina / Delina exclusive is in the number 2 spot. Now, I have Delina exclusive, and I wholeheartedly agree this is a masterpiece. I see why people put the OG Delina in there for sure. It was definitely innovative for its time. No one had done anything like it. But I prefer the exclusive or the exclusive. I prefer this one over the OG. The rhubarb note is just a little bit too tart and sour on my skin. But yeah, Delina or Delina exclusive is in the number 2 spot. We all know about this one at this point. The exclusive is rosy and very, very vanilla. It's like this creaminess, but it dries down powdery. It's very, very powdery. This is so exquisite to my nose. I still have the same reaction to this perfume as I did when I first got it. This was my first niche perfume I ever bought. And I remember getting it and spraying it and just being like, what is this? Like, it opened my world to niche perfumes. Like, this was the gateway into niche fragrances, and I've never looked back. This is just outstanding in my opinion, and a very good performing fragrance. A strong, you only need a couple sprays of this. Very, very strong. So that is by Parfums de Marly Delina Exclusive. All right, the number 1 spot, you guys shocked me. Now this is, I consider a masterpiece as well. I actually put it in my video as a masterpiece, but I was not expecting this many votes. This won by a landslide. I mean, you guys really, really voting for this one, and I just didn't see that coming. This is by Initio, and this is Psychedelic Love. Apparently you guys love this perfume just as much as I do. This is absolutely a masterpiece. I'm so happy you guys voted for this one as number 1, because I guess I didn't realize how many people truly love this fragrance. This has the most gorgeous myrrh and sandalwood dry down. It is the best. There's more in this fragrance. There's heliotrope and there is some ylang ylang. There's other notes in here, but the best part of this fragrance for me is it has this myrrh and sandalwood dry down that is just absolute perfection. And it gives off this, there's a little bit of powderiness in here from the heliotrope, but it has this very creamy but yet resinous feeling vibe to the dry down that is unique. It's one of those fragrances that you can wear anytime, any place, for any occasion, and it will just fit. Casual, dressed up, special occasions, every day, could be a signature scent. It just is a classy, classy perfume that fits all circumstances. You could dress it up, dress it down. It really fits all weather. I can't think of a specific season that this fits better than another. It makes sense in the spring. It makes sense in the fall. It just makes sense. This is a perfume that just makes sense. Oh, this is so good. I'm so happy you guys voted for this one. I completely agree. So this is by Initio Psychedelic Love. All right, you guys, that's it for today's video, and I want to know what you think of these. You guys voted. These are your opinions according to you guys. But if you didn't vote, what do you think of this list? Do you agree? Do you think these are masterpieces? What would you consider a masterpiece? If there's something that wasn't on this list that you consider a masterpiece, please leave it in the comment section. I love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.